Several states have announced that those who are 16 years and older are now allowed to get in line for the vaccine. And there's urgency tonight as experts warn of a rise in coronavirus cases and hospitalizations across certain parts of the country. Take a look at this latest map from the CDC. The darker the state, the more cases of COVID.
Now, right now, 14% of the U.S. is fully vaccinated. The goal, experts say, is 75 to 80%, so a long way from that. So while more bars and restaurants and entertainment venues are opening up across the country every day, doctors are reminding all of us that we are not out of the woods by any stretch just yet. NewsNation's Tom Negavan joining us live tonight with the big picture look at where things stand. Hey, Tom.
And that's the warning, Rob and Nicole. We have to keep protecting ourselves with mask wearing, hand washing, and social distancing, even with 2.5 million Americans getting vaccinated every day.
New York City rolling out COVID testing labs on wheels to help minority neighborhoods fight the pandemic.
Winter is over. Spring is here. Let's get a vaccine. Let's rebuild New York better than ever before.
But tonight, experts say not so fast. Disturbed by what they're seeing across the country, like Miami during spring break, and Chicago, where experts believe an increase in COVID cases is driven by younger adults.
We need people to keep their guard up against COVID.
As of tonight, nearly 90 million Americans, more than a quarter of us, have at least one shot of COVID vaccine. But across more than half the country, cases are rising again. Per capita, New Jersey is leading the way, and it's doing something about it.
A week from Monday, all New Jerseyans age 55 and over will be eligible for vaccination.
Rutgers University will soon become the first in the country to require students to be vaccinated before coming onto campus. Chicago Public Schools is planning to vaccinate high school students, and Pfizer has started a clinical trial testing its vaccine on healthy children as young as 6 months. Success would mean a big step toward herd immunity.
Vaccination is part of our duty to protect not only us, but people around us.
Starting today, there's even an app for that to prove you've been vaccinated or recently tested negative. A COVID-weary nation eager to return to normal. But when America's top infectious disease expert was given a chance to offer a message of hope this week, Dr. Anthony Fauci stopped short.
When I'm often asked, are we turning the corner? My response is really more like we are at the corner. Whether or not we're going to be turning that corner still remains to be seen.
And if you look around the country, as of tonight, there are 50,000 places where you can get vaccinated. Soon, there will be a few more. The White House telling us today that there will soon be 3 new federal mass vaccination centers in Boston, Massachusetts, Norfolk, Virginia, and Newark, New Jersey. The goal to vaccinate 200 million Americans by the end of next month. Live in New York, Tom Negavan, NewsNation.